Welcome back to Son of a Lunch Lady, a funny podcast about growing up, getting old, in the good old days. I'm your host, Son of a Lunch Lady, Mike Heath, and I'm here in the studio joined by my wonderful co-host, wife, and fellow dog parent, Meg Heath.
Thank you. Thanks for that intro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just out here doing it, introing. I feel really off right now.
Because we're listening to that Avatar music?
Yeah, I mean, we always listen to a song to get this thing going and to really amp us up, but it really just got me in my feels. And
I feel amped from that song.
I mean, I feel emotional. Just not like a hype emotional kind of way, but welcome into the podcast. If you're wondering what just happened, check it out on Patreon, behind the scenes pre-show show. You can check it out. It's been an emotional week. I mean, I've sold out, and now I'm a full-time golfer for the family. Trying to get into golf, practicing my swing. Mm-hmm. That's what I look like right now. That's what Meg told me. Meg looks like she's going to go write a novel in England right now at a little cafe.
And my sweater.
Yes.
Some people say this sweater makes me look like Velma.
Oh, from Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's a little teaser into today's topic today. Wow, that's subtle. I like that. And Meg's sipping on a little green drink right here. Scooby Doo. Little Scooby slime.
No, it is a Vit hit.
A Vit hit.
I'm getting hit with the Vits right now.
Get hit with the Vitties. Vitty hit. Vitamins is what we're talking about.
It's a scarcity in the U.S., but it is one of our drinks that we brought home from Ireland. We stocked up.
Yes.
So good. My favorite.
Motherland.
Yeah, my favorite drink. It's the best.
And what are the flavors in there? It's
got some apple, got some mate tea, got some elderflower.
I love a good flower that's got age to it. I like a nice aged flower. Nothing quite like a
it's so
flower
good.
With wisdom. Flower that's got advice to get through the hard times. Flowers to tell you how to bounce back after you just cried a little bit. Just something to really get you going. A little Vit hit. I've got sock juice. Or as we say in America, coffee.
Little coffee at 6:17 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, I just like to stay caffeinated. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I like to stay caffeinated and a little sweaty. That's like the perfect state of being for me. But what else has been going on in your life, Meg, since we last did a show here? Anything, any tidbits to...
Well, speaking of sweaty, I got some new deodorant.
Oh, yes. Deodorant that is so effective you don't sweat, which is pushing the sweat to other pores in your body. So now you have a foot odor problem because all of the sweat from your pits is now traveling to your feet. Because it's gonna
Is that how that works, though?
It's going to come out one way or another.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I think that's science. I think either that or your body's going to overheat. I mean, that's why you sweat, is to get the... Yeah, you do have new effective deodorant, antiperspirant. I think that's the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
this
sure
isn't sponsored, but it's Carpe.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to beep that because we don't want people hurting them. I mean, we don't know if these things are safe. I mean, this is... I don't trust something that's effective. We're going to have to... We bleeped out the name of that deodorant because I don't want to be... We are not liable for... Liable?
Yeah,
Which
liable.
one is it? We're not liable for any negative health consequences. We're not a health podcast. Don't come here for advice on your health. Don't be coming to here for us. Don't be coming. I don't know. I've been going through it, man.
Yeah?
Yep.
What's going on?
I think since we last podcast, I think it was since then. I don't think I had done, I don't know, did some comedy competitions, did horrible at both. All right, that wasn't funny at all. It was just sad. And, okay. It's okay. Can't tell if you're, what you're doing here, but yeah, I don't know. Let's move on from that. Just moving along, a little choo-choo train. What else? What else is new in your world? What have you done, Meg, besides your harmful deodorant that you've brought into our household? That filth.
Well, I did go to a concert recently.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes. And what was that concert?
It's Avatar the Last Airbender.
Ba-da-da-da-da. This week's topic on Son of a Lunch Lady is cartoons. Cartoons remind me of simpler times. Times when you didn't worry about where you stacked up in the world. You didn't worry about your taxes that you needed to pay or the taxes you wonder you should be paying. Times when you didn't wonder when your next paycheck was going to come in, or you didn't have to Uber for extra money to get by. And
this is all about paychecks.
Yeah, okay, it's actually all about times when you didn't have to worry about what kind of deodorant you're putting onto your body, if it was safe or not, because you didn't need deodorant, because you didn't have body odor, because you were just a child. That's the magic. That is the allure, the inspiration, the sense of magic and wonder that comes from cartoons.
Retweet.
Do you remember the last time did you ever watch cartoons on a Saturday morning?
I just watch them always. I don't know if I really watch them on a Saturday morning.
You can't even delineate what day or time because you're just always watching cartoons.
Yeah.
That's if you're watching something, preferably it's a cartoon. That's probably a little bit too strong. I'm coming on too strong right now. Coming on too strong like your deodorant, just overpowered. Okay, unhelpful. Cereal. Cartoons and cereal. Cartoons and cereal. Name a better duo than cartoons and cereal. I'll wait.
I can't think of
one. I really
one.
think this isn't a podcast about. This isn't a funny podcast about growing up, getting old in the good old days. This is a podcast with the sole mission of me making you laugh. That's what this podcast is just to do that. I have a fun new segment that I'd like to introduce into the show. Do you want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
It's on this day in history. That's a perfect sound. I didn't know what we could do like a little bumper for it, like a little thing that comes in whenever we do like on this day in history. But we got to do it like on this day in history, and it's like about our topic. Did you know on this day in history, Stoop Kid left his stoop?
Okay, see, here's the thing. You know what I'm going to say?
No, I have no idea what you're going to say.
I have no idea who Stoop Kid is.
Okay, actually, I did kind of have an idea what you were going to say. I thought you were going to say, I don't know what a stoop is.
A stoop?
Yeah, you know what a stoop is.
Yeah,
though.
like a stoop on like the outside your house.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe that's a good definition. Well, actually, what is it on the outside of your house?
It's like the little porch-ish area.
Yeah, it's like the front. I don't think you can have a back stoop.
I don't think so either.
Write in, drop a comment, let us know, is it possible to have a back stoop or a side stoop? You can have a side porch.
I think you can have a side stoop.
You can have a back porch. You can have a front porch.
But a stoop seems like the access to the rest of the neighborhood outside your house.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about giving people access. I'm just like, I want you to just be welcome, get in here. You know what I'm saying? So Stoop Kid, you know the show Hey Arnold?
Mm-hmm.
So there was this kid, the legend of Stoop Kid. We'll drop a link in the show notes. There's a quick 5-minute video from Nickelodeon that you could watch to learn about the legend of Stoop Kid. But as you can assume, everybody listen to this knows, but just so you know what Stoop Kid is. Stoop Kid is a kid who never leaves his stoop.
On Hey Arnold?
On Hey Arnold.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think...
I didn't like Hey Arnold that much, though.
Oh, really? Why not?
Just wasn't into it. Just didn't like the personality of the characters.
Any of them? Just all of them?
Yeah, I just don't like the vibe.
Okay, wow. Well, and you don't remember Stoop Kid at all. Did you you didn't watch it enough to even really
I didn't
know?
watch it enough. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Really begs the question, Meg, what are you afraid to leave behind? What things from
nice segue.
What things from your past are you just holding on to?
That I need to leave behind.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. No, we don't have to get.
I was like, this is where this is going.
This isn't a marriage therapy podcast.
Yeah, then you wouldn't be my therapist.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be your therapist.
Okay. This is getting weird.
I don't know why you went there. I was just saying this isn't what this is, and then you were like, and you wouldn't be my therapist. Are you trying to say that you would be my therapist?
No, we have to have a third party.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. I think we're on the same page. We're talking about two different things.
Okay.
This is not what this is. That's communication in marriage.
Okay.
I was really hoping you were going to know who Stoop Kid was. So you'd be like, oh, wow, that was crazy. It was 28 years ago that Stoop Kid left his stoop. And I honestly can't remember if we know what Stoop Kid is doing now.
I don't think we do.
No, I'm not what did Stoop Kid do? Because that was his identity. His whole identity was, I'm the kid on the stoop. That's what his whole life was about, was being on the stoop. And now that he left the stoop, he's got to find a new thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm really, in some ways, I'm really relating to Stoop Kid in this moment. I've left behind everything I've ever known. Well, that's not even true. I definitely still believe in the Lord and have a marriage that's healthy and thriving. So not everything I've ever known, but I did leave my stoop behind. And that's the power and the magic of cartoons is we find themes that even adults can relate to. And that those are the best cartoons.
That's so true.
So I know Hey Arnold wasn't one of your favorite cartoons growing up, but what were some of your favorite cartoons growing up?
SpongeBob for sure.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Mm-hmm.
How's that song go?
It's who lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Da 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 da.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Da 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 da. I don't think I got this song down.
You don't know any of this song.
Yeah, I don't know this song.
That's wild.
You're filled with SpongeBob references.
Yeah. That Mike gets none of.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, I do remember SpongeBob in some ways was really impactful in my life because I could never blow a bubble. And there was a whole episode about this where he's like doing all these like weird instructions. You got to bring it around town. I can't remember. Oh, but that wasn't like a bubble. Like it was like not like bubble gum. I don't think you can have bubble gum underwater.
No, it was like with a
little
wand.
A different kind of bubble. Yeah, I'm talking about I couldn't blow a bubble with bubble gum.
So it didn't help you at all.
Yeah, or gum in general. yeah, it didn't actually help me, but what were some other cartoons?
I really liked Avatar, of course.
Yeah, Avatar the Last Airbender, the concert.
Not the blue guys.
No blue guys here. Great band though, Blue Man Group.
And I also really liked Scooby Doo. Was big.
Scooby Doo.
That actually wasn't my favorite song from Scooby Doo, but that is the theme song. Yes, I really liked the movie with the Hex
live
Girls. No, it's a cartoon.
Oh, cartoon.
It's animated.
Animated, of course.
We're the Hex Girls, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. We're gonna put a spell on you.
Classic PNW girl being into witch stuff.
I loved Scooby Doo though.
You like the Hex Girls. Jeez. Golly. It actually reminds me something really positive. So Dusty Slade was just in town on Saturday. This is the good thing that so I got to see his shows and his opener. Paul has this joke about Scooby Doo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a joke about Chicago PD and a joke about Scooby Doo. We could probably just listen to it real quick, right?
The joke?
Yeah. I'll just pull it up. I'm pretty sure this should be pretty easy to find. Let's see here. I really liked him. He's very funny. I'd never seen him before. He's been opening for Dusty in like different times. I'm gonna find this really quick. Don't worry. I know you're getting. I can feel you. You're pulling back on me. You're getting nervous. Here we go. Oh, dude.
Chicago PD better. I think that's a good show. It makes you feel smart because it's predictable. It's like Scooby Doo for adults, you know.
So there's an expanded version of that joke. I know you didn't like it. I think it's a fun joke, a fun little joke right there.
Yeah, it's fun.
This week's episode is brought to you by our friends at the Knitpick Collective. The Knitpick Collective is an online clothing brand that represents a group of artists and comedians. Their site offers unique, all-over print sweatshirt designs, as well as apparel that you won't be able to find anywhere else. Let me ask you, do you like frogs on penny farthing bikes? How about rainbow unicorns? How about vacuuming every day? Well, then this site might be for you. You can use the promo code so many things, no spaces in there. It's all caps, and you can get 20% off shirts, hoodies, and hats. Pull up a tab on your cell phone or wherever you're watching this, wherever you're listening to this, and go to the Knitpick Collective. That's knit with a K, and tell them Mike sent you.
But I think my favorite was SpongeBob, and that is the most.
That's the top.
That's the top.
But nobody's doing SpongeBob in concert.
No, I don't think it has like a good score.
Yeah, but Avatar does. I mean, it just brought me to tears before we even started this whole thing.
I was thinking about some other cartoons that do have good music in them. You want to hear them?
Yes.
Okay. Fairly Odd Parents. I wouldn't say it has a good score, but it has catchy songs.
Like what? Like what's one song you remember?
My shiny teeth and me, shiny teeth, shiny teeth. Nope. Chip Skylark.
I feel like I watched that. I feel like I don't have good memory. I think that's what football did to me. I just can't remember anything.
You just got hit in the head too many times.
Yeah, just got hit in the head too many times. That's so true.
Scooby Doo also has good songs from it.
Great songs.
Now I think what I would say is that cartoon movies have better scores generally than cartoon shows. And I say this because
scores means music.
Yes.
Like how they tally up how much good music is in there.
No, it's like
what's the score?
It's just like the writing, like the music that is written for it.
It's called a score.
Yes.
If they're not adding up points.
No.
Okay, gotcha. Just for the listeners who don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Not like musicians like you.
Yeah. But that's why Avatar is in a league of its own.
Great film.
It's
a league of their own.
It's
that's about women's baseball.
Okay, not a league of their own, a league of its own, because it is a TV show that's cartoons.
Yes.
And it has incredible music throughout the whole thing.
The whole thing. I see what you're saying. You're saying Avatar, the score, again, the music, is superior. Does it pale in comparison to... Okay, because you're comparing, apples to apples. What if you compared apples to oranges? Compare it to like a film, like a cartoon film.
I wrote down some of the films that I like that have music. Have you ever watched The Nightmare Before Christmas?
The Tim Burton film?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that, yeah.
Great music in it. Would you agree?
Yeah, I just can't quite remember it, but I'll take your word for it.
Mostly for the listeners out there that love Victor's piano solo. Phenomenal.
And Victor's a character from the film.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What's that piano solo like?
You just want me to sing the tune of it?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I can't believe you remember this. That is so impressive that you remember this.
I know how to play it, is why.
Oh, okay. Humble flex. All right.
But that's why I have it like really memorized.
You gotta pull that keyboard out here. Where's that keyboard? Get you plugged in here.
But that one is so good, and I also love Aristocats.
Oh yes, Aristocats.
I think that music in that is so good.
Now, that's a pretty political film.
Okay, and then this is not a cartoon, but Harry Potter obviously has like phenomenal music in it.
So we're just gonna let's do a whole other topic. Let's just get into like wizardry and witchcraft. It all comes back to witches for you, Meg.
It does. But anyways, all that to say, Avatar is crazy good for being like a kids TV show. The music in it is
unparalleled.
Yes.
Because they have created a whole concert series or concert tour based off of the score, again, the music of the TV show.
Yeah.
And you just went to it in Spokane.
Yeah.
Hooptown, USA.
Yeah, my brother and I went to it.
Front row seats.
Dude. Yeah, it was freaking sick.
Mikey's got that tech money. Bankrolling that adventure with the siblings.
Yeah, shout out to my brother Mikey for buying those tickets for us.
Shout out to Mikey on the Patreon, everybody.
But it was so good, and what was awesome about it,
What was awesome about it?
Like,
do you smell cigarette smoke?
No.
Okay. I like suddenly got a whiff of cigarette smoke. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, what was so great about it?
Mikey just gets it. Like, we grew up together, so like,
yeah, as siblings do.
Yeah, you know, he gets the things that I get about like the stuff that we used to watch.
Yes.
And he also is very into like musical like me.
Yes, he plays the drums. Yeah.
So seeing like a live orchestra, both into that, also both very into Avatar. And so that was the perfect person to go with, just someone that gets it. And yeah, amazing front row seats. And the people that were playing in the orchestra, like, they just seemed like they really loved being there, and they also really loved Avatar.
You could see the passion. This
see
isn't a job for them. This is a lifestyle.
Like, this is a passion for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I think, yeah, all of that was just so good. And the audience was so into it. They invited, like, times of cheering and stuff throughout the concert. There was a screenplay of different scenes throughout Avatar the Last Airbender.
So you could see what was happening.
Yeah, and it was synced up to the music.
Beautiful. Magic.
Chef's kiss. It was so good.
Now, for our listeners who don't know what a chef's kiss is, you're not actually talking about kissing a chef, are you?
You gonna make me explain everything I say?
No, just kidding. No. No, I think that's a pretty good phrase. I like that you said that. Yeah.
But my favorite song, I wanted to shout out my favorite song.
Yes. Of how many songs did they play? This concert is like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
2 hours long. So I don't know how many songs that is.
I don't know.
2 hours worth of songs.
2 hours worth of songs. Yeah.
The top one is.
Yeah, I'll share my favorite and then Mikey's favorite.
It is.
Roku Destroys the Temple.
dun dun dun. This song that just brought me to tears.
Yeah.
I think it was just a powerful image of
so good.
Of really the community among the avatars and good and evil and good defeating evil, and just a beautiful scene where people on the Patreon obviously know they get to see that in the pre-show. But would you catch us up?
Yeah. So basically, Aang, the main character, he is the avatar and he wants to contact his past life.
Yes. And
he has been told that he can do that. So he goes to the avatar before him's temple, Avatar Roku, who...
Again, not a TV or like something you watch YouTube TV on or Netflix. Roku is a TV.
That, okay. Yeah, you lost me. And he was a part of the Fire Nation. So this is in Fire Nation territory.
But he's a good guy, just to be clear.
Yeah, all the avatars are good guys. Okay, so Aang goes to the temple to try to figure out how to contact his past life, Avatar Roku. And he's able to do that. But there's a lot of people that try to prevent him from being able to do that. The people that are guarding the temple are supposed to remain loyalty to the avatars for generations. But they have become corrupt and have given their loyalty to Fire Lord Ozai, who is the most corrupt in the show. And then they try to prevent Aang from connecting with Avatar Roku. But all that to say, he's able to do so, and then Roku appears in a spiritual sense, and he is very angry with the people that had tried to prevent Aang from doing this, and he is like, okay, well, this temple is being used for corrupt reasons, so he destroys it. Like Jesus destroys the temple.
It all comes back to him, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful, Megan. Wow. And do you think that they intentionally did that? Like, is this like a Christian cartoon?
Super not.
Super not. But all the good stories, it's based on the story.
So true.
Wow, that's beautiful. And they destroyed the temple.
Anyways, that's my favorite one. Really powerful song. If there's any song you're going to listen to, I would listen to that. And Agni Kai, which is Mikey's favorite song. If you are at all, like even slightly familiar with Avatar the Last Airbender, you will know that there's a lot of parts in the show where it goes chugga 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 chugga.
And what kind of instrument makes that noise?
Literally people's voices, people's mouths make that noise.
That's a human instrument.
That's a human instrument. And that is very much so prominent in Agni Kai.
Wow.
So those are your two to listen to.
Agni Kai and
Roku
destroys the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is kind of a fun idea. What kind of concert? So it's very clear for Avatar because they just take the music. What would they do for like SpongeBob? Like, how would they make a SpongeBob concert series? But how could you do it? Like, would they just have like the Beach Boys or like Weezer come in and just
probably something like that?
They could play just like beachy vibes. It just doesn't work, huh?
It just doesn't work.
Dang.
But I would be into...
I'm just looking for other marketable ideas. Like, how can we, just as true American, capitalize
The Nightmare
on this?
Before Christmas.
Yeah, they could do a concert series.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
I guess that's more like claymation, though, not cartoon.
Claymation. Would you ever get into claymation?
No. I hate crafts.
That's so true. That's kind of a weird... I think about that scene from Parks and Rec. Have you seen that scene from Parks and Rec?
No.
Where Ben Wyatt, similar to me, quits his job and his career and is like jobless for a while and looks for stuff to like fill his time. And he like gets into Claymation, and he spends like, I think it's like something like 2 weeks doing it. And he like shows the film to his friend, Chris Traeger, who's like this overly like positive guy. Mm-hmm. Like everything's like, you're my favorite person. And like, this is, Chris Traeger, big Chris Traeger family. He like shows him his Claymation film, and it's like 4 seconds long. And it like, everything like hits him all at once. Like, that's it. That's all I've done. And it's a funny scene. I didn't tell it in a funny way, but it is. It's a funny scene.
I bet you it is. I feel confident that it is. I was thinking maybe we could switch gears and you could tell us a story.
Ooh, what was Meg gonna say? What was Mike gonna say? Well, you're going to have to hop on over to Patreon to see this deleted scene, as well as some more behind-the-scenes action. Going over to Patreon, sign up. It's going to be great. It's all worth it. You get exclusive content not released on our regular episodes, as well as some of Mike's unreleased comedy clips. Go check it out. See you over there. Now back to the rest of the episode.
Cool. Well, do you want to finish up with anything? I'm not going to go to the cycling class because Augustina's not teaching it.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I do want to work out.
It makes me feel better. I was feeling kind of guilty for keeping you.
Oh.
But happy to do that.
To still let me go work out?
Yeah, let's go work out. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go with you. But
I was going to say, do you want to work out with me?
I already worked out today.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about our top 5 favorite concerts. Were we going to have that in there somewhere? Or just doesn't really fit? It
doesn't really fit, and we run out of time, So we'll have to do another episode about concerts. This is just a cartoons episode.
Yeah.
This is cartoons.
Cartoon concerts.
Cartoon concerts. Yeah, in some ways, that's so true. Well, Meg, do you have any closing thoughts for this week?
I would just like everybody to know that I am an earthbender. That is...
Yeah, so there's 4 types of benders.
Yeah. If there's just if people like wanted to think about what bender... like what nation they might be from.
So when you say bender, it means that they can control this. What would you call that? What are these categories, like types of?
The elements.
Thank you. I was like, what is that word I'm trying to think of? With the 4 elements: earth, wind, or air, not wind. Earth, air, fire, and water. Those are the 4 elements, right?
Mm-hmm. I was trying to see if there was...
Because there's like a what kind of like, what would you be based on these? Like if you are fire nation is handsome, powerful, charismatic, super successful, right?
I was trying to see if...
And like water
I could find
is
the
like
quote. Blue
collar, likes to eat Taco Tuesdays, has wants or has a house at the lake, is really into being on the water. That obviously makes sense. And then like Earth is like someone who like has a tree house in their backyard that they rent out for Airbnb, but it has a compost toilet and...
No.
Okay. Well, what are they then?
Okay. I was trying to see if I could find the quote from Uncle Iroh. He describes the what the different elements, like what people from that nation usually have characteristics of.
Oh, here we go.
You got it?
The element of power. The people of the Fire Nation have desire and will, and the energy and drive to achieve what they want.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Earth is the element of substance. The people of the Earth Kingdom are diverse and strong. They are persistent and enduring. Air is the element of freedom. The air nomads detached themselves from worldly concerns and found peace and freedom. Also, they apparently had pretty good senses of humor. Water is the element of change. The people of the water tribe are capable of adapting to many things. They have a deep sense of community and love that holds them together through anything.
Why are you telling me these things?
Okay.
It is important to draw with.
Why he's telling them. Tell him because you need to know, boy.
But like the more consistent people are the earthbenders.
Oh, yes, and that's why
That's me.
That's why because you like loyalty, consistency. You like to wear earth tone sweaters on the podcast. You are an earth.
Yeah.
Not an earth bender, because bender is like a special person. Not everybody's a bender.
Yeah.
But you would be because you're a special person.
But I would be from like the Earth Nation.
Now, hearing him explain that, I totally thought I would have been, like before I would have thought fire because I like power and influence. And I forget what else he said, but I feel like I had that picture. But as he talked about the Air Nation, free and funny. Dude, who doesn't want to be free and funny?
Yeah.
I mean, American and hilarious. A hilarious American is essentially what he's saying, right? Like, who wouldn't want to be that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm all for that. But what kind of element nation? What do you say?
From what nation are you from?
Oh, what nation are you from?
Based off these
Which
characteristics.
is not. We're not. This isn't like a race thing. This is purely about Avatar the Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that ended on a really good note. I have closing thoughts. I've got a show upcoming. People often ask me, Meg, they're like, hey, oh, you're funny. You're a comedian? Tell me a joke. When we're eating hot pot downtown Seattle in a non-comedy environment. Or we're like, when's your next show? I want to come see you. December 7th, 8 p.m., Big Time Brewery in Seattle, Washington. Get your tickets to the Saturday Comedy Show. Yes, that is the name of the show. It's on Saturday, and it's comedy. A great name for a show, I think.
Telling it like it is.
Saturday Comedy Show. It's going to be good. We have very funny people on it. We got Nathan Hart coming in from Portland. We got Jay Marks. He's a Seattle comedian. We got Rachel Afjay from Tacoma. Hilarious people. We're going to have some special secret people drop in and do spots on the show, and I'll be hosting it. And it's only $10, and it's at Big Time Brewery, December 7th. That's the big show coming up. Be there or don't, because you have other things going on, but I really want you to be there. That would mean the world to me. Meg, anything to sign off?
Chugga, chugga, chugga.
Chugga, chugga, chugga. See you next week on Son of a Lunch Lady. Get lunched. I'll cut that part out. Okay, we did it.
We did it.
Great shot!